Mm. Yeah. All right. Let me get into it. Let me get into it right quick, people. We all read things and we get a misunderstanding. That is our problem. We all get upset because of the fact that no one want to listen to us. You talking about the word of God? That's a beautiful thing. I agree with it. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, it's wonderful. Nothing wrong with that. But do not get upset or get frustrated at somebody because they don't believe what you saying. Because some of the things can be right. History is way history. I always say, where were any of us when they read in the Bible? We talk about Eric Brown eat pork. We talk about people eat this. And a lot of folks don't realize it. But a man told me, no, man, I don't eat pork. I don't eat pork. But he eat chicken. And you know what? Chicken is a scavenger. Yes, chicken is a scavenger. Hmm. That's what it is. You don't believe it? That's you. But on my panel, I believe God. In my life, I can talk about it all day long if I want to. Okay. Now let's get this understanding, and this is very important. In the Old Testament, it was 613 laws. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you obey all 1,600 of those laws? Have you burnt the goat? Hmm? Have you gave in the burnt sacrifice? You know, every year you're supposed to go to Jerusalem. How many of y'all go to Jerusalem? How many of y'all know all 1,613 laws? How many? Not that many. Listen to the person that tell you things. Then you ask questions. And if you say, well, I can't answer that right now, I will get back with you. And then try to find an answer to get back with that person. But I'm just saying, if you know right then, you know right then. Okay? Now I can tell you, hey, go to Mark 18 and 19. Hmm. Or I can tell you to go to Mark 7 and 21 to through 23. It's up to you. It's more reading, and that's why I said when you said, well, something ain't right. Let me understand it. Because remember, I told you, the Israelites, the children of Israel were God chosen people. They were uncircumcised. Okay? And the ones that were not God's people were circumcised. Okay? Them people could eat pork, they can eat whatever they wanted to eat. But this law was given and it was for the children of Israel. Now, if one of those people, which we say Gentiles, wanted to be part of Israel, what did they do? Again, they had to circumcise, they had to get circumcised, and they had to follow those laws. And it is 600 and 613. Now ask yourself a question. Are we under law today or are we under grace? We're under the New Testament. Again, go study Galatians. If you're offensive of my channel or what I'm talking about, you got the right to unsubscribe and to keep it a buck. Just serious, as simple as that. That goes for friends and foes. You get mad, you get upset because people talking about the word, but you don't get upset too much when folk go in on other folk. and you jumping all in that. That's not good. Don't take everything offensive. If you hear something, you like, I don't agree with it. Then you got to go back and study it. Then you ask God, God, you give me the understanding you want me to have. Because a lot of times when people invite you over to their house and you eat, okay, okay. Now you got to go to 1 Corinthians 10 and 27. You don't ask when you being invited and you say, yeah, I'm coming over, and you come over there to sit there to eat. You're not really supposed to ask. What is this? You're supposed to eat with thanksgiving in your heart. You supposed to, man should always pray. We supposed to eat beef and we supposed to eat scaly fish. Okay, go ahead. But there's a problem too. Have you seen the ocean lately? Have you seen the sea? How many chemicals in the water? Are you sure you're gonna eat that? We talking about, man, I don't eat meat, I just eat the vegetables. Okay. How many pesticide? You know, the stuff they spray to kill grass. How much is that stuff they spraying on it? When you wash it, are you sure you washing it off? Are you planting? How many of y'all go hunting for y'all food instead of going to the grocery store? Can I see somebody in the bushes? Uh, give me a one or two. Hmm. Exactly what I thought. You complain. You talk. Have you ever been over into the Holy Land? Is it still holy? Hmm. Or are they having war over there? Are they fighting? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Since nobody hunt for their food, since nobody grow their food, just a few people in the United States. Because if you grow your food, hunt for your food, we probably wouldn't have no grocery store. We probably have little shops. Hmm. We ain't got no oranges here. We be using FedEx. So how many of y'all actually hunt? How many of y'all actually grow your own food? That's sad. Y'all in here and y'all don't even say nothing. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I ain't mad at it. Because you know I'm telling the truth. So when somebody tell you, or you go, you know how y'all walking, you got these these groups telling you about the word. Ask them, okay, you putting down what we believe in. So ask them some questions. Are you following all 613 of the laws? Do you know them? Just saying. Mm, mm, mm. Mm-mm. It is what it is, y'all. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Mm. Hmm. Yeah, I ask these folks how many times they do some hunting. Don't ain't that many folk do no hunting, but they sure can talk about. They can sure can talk bad about what you believe in and what they believe in. A lot of it happening, even when you go on the streets. They can't answer none of the questions you ask them. Hey there, Miss K. Breeden, how you doing? No, I'm just asking them. I'm just saying some people get mad when you talk about the word of God. It ain't even nothing. It ain't even nothing to get mad. That should be joyful. If you don't understand what somebody's saying, if you don't understand what they're saying, Try to get a book and find out what they're saying. I don't know what they're. I don't understand what they're saying. Talk, ask questions. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with asking any question. Nothing wrong with talking to people. If you don't understand what they're talking about, sometimes you got to do research for yourself. Well, let me go do research and see what they're saying is true. 613 laws. That's a lot. I asked them, Miss K, how many of them went to Jerusalem? That was back in the Bible days. See what I'm saying? They don't understand. You're not under the laws. You're under grace. Anything you eat, you're supposed to bless. They don't understand some of the water they drink. You heard about they talking about how bad the water is. That's something that's supposed to be real good for you. Some of the water ain't. Some of these kids getting sick. Some of them getting cancer off of drinking that water. Sometimes you eat that meat. Well, you supposed to eat beef. You eating beef, what happened? You get sick. You eating broccoli, you got sick. Man, he ate some scale fish, got sick. Certain chicken places, they had to call chicken back. Chicken got a disease in the fast food restaurant. I said, oh man, wow. Really? Mm, mm, mm. You don't knock nobody down because of what they eat or what they drink. Now, somebody decide to drink whiskey, I tell them, no, I don't do that. I don't drink strong drink. I don't drink. It's too strong for me. You drink wine? Yes, you can drink wine. You a preacher can drink wine. Not just only doing communion. Yes, he can. For his stomach's sake. But now you talking about just to indulge it? No, that's not a good thing. But each is his own. Some of us need to read things, some of the things through Hebrew and Greek. Some of us need to look at it through the Jewish eye. Because Americans sure commercialize a lot of stuff. To me, God is real. I believe who he is. I believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God. I believe he is God. But that's Eric Brown. I'm not going to get mad. Oh, man, I get tired of folk. That's why it's called research. Sometimes they ask, why do you do what you do? Because I try to put positivity on mine, on my channel. Some people get mad. You talking about something, I can talk about who I want to talk about. I ain't calling no name. I can speak in general. I can make up something and think. You can just think of something to talk about. Oh, you talking about me? You made fun of me. When you on the YouTube, you always say don't text and drive. But when you text and drive, you will have an accident. That's not funny. Somebody have a wreck and they had an accident. That's not funny. It's not funny. I don't want none of y'all to get hurt. Even my so-called enemies. I'm just telling you, I don't want nothing to happen to you. Just it's as simple as that. So I leave that alone. Joy Chit Chat, how you doing? Thanks for coming to the live. I'm just trying to get an understanding. Don't get every time, and then that's another thing. Even with politics, you get mad. You just got a different outlook. You was raised to be a Democrat. You was raised to be a Republican. And your family get mad at you. Even Franklin D. Roosevelt, I think his family, if I'm not mistaken, as I read, his family was Republican. And then he became I think it was a Democrat. I gotta look at that up, y'all. Okay, don't throw it at me yet, y'all. I'm just thinking hypothetical because I was thinking about his wife was his first or second cousin, and she learned French. She was a French teacher. Evelyn Roosevelt was French. So just looking at different things, different people have different ideas, you know. But when you start to read, go to the library and read for yourself and do some research. You're gonna see some different things that mom and daddy, you thought mom and daddy was right on. They was kind of wrong on some stuff. But you didn't tell them right then. You just go and read what you just did research. My grandson is reading his bedtime Bible story right now. Right now, read why God was nailed to the cross. I have him reading every night before bed for an hour. Right, right. Come on, Kay. Because that's what I need to be doing. I read sometimes, I don't read all the time. I should be. The Scorpion Lady is in the building. We don't know where Scorpion Lady been. I've been watching Scorpion Lady. Mm-hmm. Been watching Scorpion Lady, but that's okay. Hey, Corey, how you doing? Mm-hmm. So get the understanding, y'all. Study your word. And you got to ask, what would Jesus do? Don't say, I hate this. I hate that YouTube, but you doing all that hollering and you never make a person. Sometimes you need to be quiet. Sometimes you need to read. Take time, grown people. The ones that's on the street, the ones that's on this, what they call it, southern weed, the one that's smoking dope and all that. Take time and read for yourself. Read. That's all. All you got to do is read. Hmm? All you got to do is read. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can't tell everybody what you know. Or tell them about your skills. They want to try to put that on your job. You're like, this is not my job. That's his job. My job is to pack boxes, not fix a forklift. Y'all know on the title, I go there, say what I got to say, and I go with otherwhere. I got to go somewhere else with it. Hmm. You got to get a hold of it. What are you actually on YouTube for? Why are you on here fussing and arguing with the same people you did 6 years ago? You started arguing with the same old clowns that you did 6 years ago. Why? Is views that important to you that you got to go and downgrade somebody else? Well, they put my mama out here. They talked about me. Mm-hmm. A lot of times you got to ask yourself this: how do you know somebody got a son? How do you know somebody got a daughter? How do you know that a person got 3 kids? As you, as a YouTuber, what have you told your people behind the building? Hmm? When you get on the phone, what do you tell them about you? Hmm? Now, some of them good friends. And another thing I want to say, let go for me too. I got to say this, y'all, because that's me. I'm venting. I'm talking. So I'm talking. In your YouTube, you got your day ones that's been with you. You protect them. You protect them. If you got a problem with one of them, you got to go to your chat. This chat room is rated G for general audience. Mm-hmm. Not really for little kids because they ain't got no business. You know, I'm telling you so you be able to go tell your kids. Mm-hmm. You need to be able to teach your kids. Because even when you go to church, excuse me, y'all, the preacher knows about counseling. He knows about school. He teaches you. even though your kid is there, a lot of times the child don't understand, teaches you, you go home and teach your children. If your preacher is wrong, you don't blurt out and put him on blast, you pull him to the side and you bring the scripture with it. Sometimes people make mistakes. I make mistakes. I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to be perfect. You ain't gonna never be perfect. I understand that. But I try to learn to think for myself and watch people, watch everybody, watch family. I don't read before bed, but I do Zen colors. It's relaxing for me. Zen color, I don't know what that is. And I don't do that. I don't know what that is. What is Zen color? Somebody. There's three scopes in the YouTube. Three scorps in the YouTube streets. Can you handle it? I don't know what you're talking about, Scorpion Lady. But Kay, I need to know what that Zen color is. Because if it's something bad and you hide it from your child, then that ought to tell you not to do it, whatever it is. I don't know what Zen color is. Maybe a good thing. I never heard of it. Because, see, I'm not a street person. Yeah, I ain't on the streets like that. I go to work, come home. Go to the movies, come home. Go to the grocery store, come home. If I want to shoot pool, go shoot pool, come home. Ain't on the streets. Ain't nothing out there for me. Mm-mm. Right, right. There is three of me, Eric. There's three of you. I heard that. Where's on the one, Eric Brown? Yep. Mm-mm. Sorry, lady, I was eating some canned black eyed peas and ham hock. I just uploaded. Mm-hmm. I'll color it up. Okay. Okay. That's relaxing. You need to stop scoring, lady. You said it. Yeah, get okay. That's nothing wrong with that. People do different things to relax. But when somebody come up with the okey doke, and just like I can come home and you got street people, you got people hanging out talking. You say that y'all don't never have no job, y'all ain't trying to work, y'all ain't trying to have nothing. But look like the ones when they go home and go in their house, them look like the ones that making some money. They got a life. But the ones that sitting out there talking and laughing, kikiing, you just wonder, not trying to judge nobody, but you like, man, I see the bird hanging out all day. Oh, ain't got no job, ain't got nothing to eat, don't do nothing. I gotta do the weather and hot hanging around these streets. Yeah, yeah, Kura, it has been hot, but that don't stop them. They still in there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm just talking. I'm just saying things that matter. Watch your food. Learn about food. Learn about money. When you get older, you say, man, I wish I could have learned this younger. Get your economic book. Get you some books. Just read. Don't forget to get your bottled water. I'm going to say this on my live too. Get bottled water. Pray over your bottled water. Get your bottled water. Okay? Get you some canned goods. Get you some flashlights. matches. Okay? You can get you some frozen food in a pack. Just be prepared. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. If you got to buy a weapon, make sure you get a license. Now they say you don't have to, in certain states, you ain't got to get a license. Get a license. Learn how to handle and clean your gun, your knife. Learn how to fish. Learn how to hunt. When you get on your job, learn everything that's on your job. So just in case they decide to cut your hours, we ain't got no work, hey, I can work down there with them. Folks, I can't find a job. Go to your local temporary service. Don't worry about who talking. Go to your temporary service. That's a way in. And when you go to work on time. Do not learn from the supervisor. Obey him. Do not play with the supervisor. Go there, mind on work. Get your work done and go. If you got to talk to the supervisor, ask him something that's concerning your safety and your workspace. Don't get mad because somebody else is being looked at because they come to work on time and you ain't doing nothing. But then you got some that ain't doing no work and they get more attention and they get to pay and get all the prizes. Don't worry about it. God shows you things. He can either promote you or find you another job. But you don't just up and quit. Eric Brown gonna talk like that. He talks like that. Don't quit. Be prepared. Get your resume. You finna leave the job, give them a 2 weeks notice. If they talk to you and ask you why, you tell them why. If they don't want to take your letter, fax it to them and keep the copy and keep the receipt. So when you go for a job interview, you can tell them, I did work here and I worked there, and I did give them a 2 weeks notice. If they say, well, no, they say you didn't give them. Yes, I did. I faxed it to them. If they don't want you on the property, they mad and fire you, by all means. Write them a letter stating them what happened and why, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to work. See, when you work, you learn new things. You learn patience. You learn a new skill. And you say, I want to go to school to do this. Save your money. Just in case the government decide, well, we ain't got the money for you. Just in case. Yeah, y'all. It is what it is. It's all about the grandkids. I know that's right. Oh, makes sense. Okay, let's see. Just call it. You see, Eric, they been on your butt. Who been on my butt? Where they at? Because you know what? Like I said, the person that tried to dox me, hey, I called them out, asked them what's up, who going to butt? Ain't nobody said nothing. Everybody quiet. But one person told me. So I like, oh, okay. Wow. Don't be afraid. The swarming lady tell me who it is. It ain't like I'm gonna do nothing to him. I ain't gonna do nothing to him. I have to make sure that I ain't in the wrong chat. You in the wrong chat, man. They trying to dox you, man. They trying to talk about, man. They trying to look up where you at. Let me know. I need to stay about that chat then. Oh, they always doing something. They just mad because I don't do what they want. I was in somebody's chat and asked them not to talk about nobody, and I took it out, and then they got mad. Oh, you blah, 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 they did all that talking. I go, okay, it is what it is. Talk. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. Thanks, Kay, Foot Soldier, Curry, Joy Chit Chat. Scorpion Lady, for coming into my chat. Y'all are welcome. This chat is love. All right. Y'all take care.